Wow, give the assist to the Empire on that one, but that has to be Marcus Erics's biggest win in POW Pro Wrestling since he debuted here. Getting the win over the Devil Drexel, no doubt it's going to make him even more upset, but again, the Empire was at play, cost him that match.
You have to wonder what the Empire's motivation was for getting involved there, but you can't wonder whether or not that win put Marcus Erics on Drexel's good side. Drexel won't invite him over for Christmas or Satan Miss, perhaps that's what Drexel celebrates. He won't give him candy if he knocks on the door on Halloween in one of those silly costumes. He probably wouldn't even help him change his tie if he saw him on the side of the road. Drexel is doing no favors for Marcus Erics.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if the relationship or the trust between these two, even if there is one at all after what happened 2 weeks ago, is going to get any stronger as a result of this. I'm not sure if Marcus winning is going to help earn a bit of respect for Drexel, but considering he capitalized off the Empire's bidding, I'm not entirely sure. Well, folks, we got to talk about this week's main event. We talked about how next week in the POW Championship rematch, it's going to be Funnybone challenging Caden Cassidy. But who will the guest referee be this time? You've got Jonas Albert Robinson. He wants, for his own personal needs and wants, he wants to be the guest referee. But fighting for the spirit and the future of POW is the Tower of Power herself, Amira. Let's hear from Amira in some pre-match comments. The fate of the POW Pro Wrestling Championship could rest in the hands of Amira as the referee, provided she beats Jonas Albert Robinson tonight here on POW. Now, Amira, it's a big opportunity here. It's a tall order ahead of you, but certainly you've faced those in the past. What does the opportunity of officiating this title match mean to you?
It means everything to me. I came up through POW. POW is not what it used to be. POW is under a plague. POW is infected with the sickness with JARmy and the Empire. Caden Cassidy calls himself the Kingpin, but he's a coward. He needed 3 people to take me out. And Jonas, I've already dealt with him before. The Rumble to Regret, I sent him over my head. I don't know why he wants to do this with me today. I am gonna set things right. I am going to make sure the champion that deserves to be champion reigns tonight. I'm going to beat Jonas, and I'm going to save POW.
All right, it's a tall order for the Tower of Power. That match with Jonas Albert Robinson is coming up next.
Our next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is sponsored by Aaron Stanberry, Real Estate Agent. The special stipulation for this match is the winner of this match will be the special guest referee in our POW Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match in the main event tonight. Introducing first, she stands 5 feet, no inches tall, weighing in at 752 pound kittens. She goes by the name Amira! And her opponent, that's right, that's right. He is the overlord of POW Pro Wrestling. Our interim and soon-to-be permanent general manager, Jonas Albert Robinson.
Now wait a minute, Jonas Albert Robinson not dressed to compete, but he's got a match. He's got a match this week, Jonas.
Cut it. There's nothing I would like more than to get in that ring and show a man's world, yeah, no place.
Well, then why don't you?
Come on, this is
Right, no
2024, Jonas.
I agree. But unfortunately, I ran into a bit of hard luck myself. You see, before tonight's festivities, I was feeling adventurous. I tried some of the local Eugene cuisine.
We didn't want to listen to him anyway.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, he's got a bottle of that pink stuff, Bulldog. Oh man, he just pounded it.
Oh, those sounds good. And unfortunately, I got food poisoning and have now come down with a case of nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. I thought he said nausea.
All of it?
Nausea.
But since I love the powder keg so much, I have found a suitable replacement. So please welcome back to the JARmy. Give a grand Eugene welcome to my hired assassin, Drake Quan.
Wait, now hang on. This is not what Amira signed up for. Jonas, you got a case of the bubble guts?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Are you
from
kidding me?
Seoul, South Korea, the JARmy's hired assassin, Drake Quan.
As Jonas Albert Robinson takes another swig of that KO pectate or something like it, we've got ourselves a bit of an audible in this main event contest. Amira scheduled to face Jonas Albert Robinson for the right to officiate next week's championship match of Caden Cassidy and Funnybone. But our interim commissioner, the so-called overlord of POW, has thrown a curveball and has brought back his hired gun in Drake Quan to wrestle Amira. Bulldog, this ain't right.
It never is right. When you take a look at King Naja and you look at Jonas Albert Robinson, the two of them are in cahoots with each other. This is ridiculous. Unacceptable. But you know what, though? Amira can beat Caden Cassidy. She can beat Drake Quan.
She's beaten some of the best here at POW Pro Wrestling. She was unbeaten in POW until the Empire got their mitts on her in that 3-on-1 gauntlet match.
She was so close in that gauntlet match. Oh, man, she was close.
It is difficult to keep Amira down. They call her the Tower of Power for a reason, and I don't doubt that she could defeat Drake Quan, but she is not prepared for this. I don't think any of us were.
No, you prepare, you look at the video, you study the films and that sort of thing. This is definitely a curveball. But look at that, look at the height difference. So that's huge.
There's height difference, there's size difference. Now, Amira is as tough and as strong as they come, so maybe the strength advantage is negated, let's just say.
As she throws those elbow shots into Drake Quan, and oh man.
Those forearm shivers, they were seeming to rock Drake at first, but he's still kicking. Look at this, a little do-si-do action.
Amira up and over.
Oh my goodness.
English uppercut there. She's gonna need that power. She comes in there.
Redirecting, getting that extra momentum, and Amira right now looking pretty strong despite this setback. Oh, goes for the cannonball, but nobody in the pool. Oh, the hired gun, the assassin follows up with a big boot to the mush. Tell you what, Jonas Albert Robinson says he's sick. He's got the case of the diarrhea. I don't buy that for a minute.
Oh, he's sick, all right. That's just sick right there.
Look at this. Oh, went for the do-si-do again. I think she recovered there nicely. I'd say Drake is a bit dizzy from that. Oh, the cannonball connecting there.
Finally, it connected. The referee was in the way right there.
You know, I think this was meant to shock and surprise. Amira goes for the cover there. I think that it's Drake who's a bit thrown back by this.
Absolutely, he should be. Because I don't think he thought Amira was going to be as tough as she is.
He certainly seemed that way from the body language when that opening bell rang. But you can see Amira trying to go over the body slam. I think he's a bit too fresh at the moment.
That's part of the problem right there. Tilt-a-whirl.
Tilt-a-whirl stops her in midair. Look at the strength. And drops her right across the knee with that backbreaker. Scintillating action.
That's going to be the situation right there. If she's going to try and slam somebody like Quan, she's going to need every bit of strength she can get. And against Quan right there with that backbreaker, that's not going to happen.
Getting people over your shoulders is all about core strength.
Oh, man.
And if her abdominals, if her back is suffering, then the lift also suffers. We'll have to see if Amira can pull through here. Oh, firing back with some chops. Amira shaking off that backbreaker, but walks right into that huge back elbow by Quan.
Those urgency chops there by Amira wasn't enough to stop Quan. He just leveled her.
It is standing room only here at World Pies in downtown Eugene. As Amira finds herself this week in a very precarious position. See, she told me before her match she was fighting for the future of POW. She's,
most definitely is right now when you're taking a look at what King Naja is doing, what Jonas Albert Robinson is doing. Yes, she definitely is fighting for the future of POW.
I mean, she started out in wrestling as the interview girl here at POW Pro Wrestling. She was interviewing the wrestlers, then she became a wrestler, and ever since then she has put the entire West Coast and beyond on notice.
Yes.
She
man, look at that, right over the rope there.
Total disregard for decorum and the rules for Quan, but I don't think Jonas, technically the man in charge
now what's
here.
this? Jonas at ringside.
I don't think it makes any difference. Yeah.
Oh, now he's sick. Now he's grabbing his gut. He's sick.
He jostled a bit too. Hey, I've been there. You don't want to move too much if you've got the bubble guts, but I don't, I'm not entirely sure if Jonas is the most genuine.
Oh boy, look at this. This is deadly.
Possible capture suplex here.
But Amira, though, going for the...
Nice wherewithal to try and grab him on the way down, and she's using that evasive maneuver.
That could have been in the end right there.
Could be going for a German suplex, but Quan still has that base. She's trying to wear it down, though. Is she gonna do it? Took him off his feet, but Quan, those elbows are too strong, and down goes Amira.
You see there's big feet placement there with Quan, had the feet out about 2, 3, 4 feet away.
Yep.
And that's what prevents that possibly from happening.
Yeah.
Choke again.
Amira's strong, but I don't think she's strong enough to overcome that wide base.
That's tough, especially when you're gasping for air. When you're gasping for air like that and you're trying to power slam somebody, that's just not going to happen.
Here we go now. Quan seems to be in the driver's seat now, driving those shoulders into the stomach of Amira. We saw him working the back earlier. And like I said, if your core is compromised, then so goes your strength.
Absolutely.
Throwing Amira hard into the opposite corner.
Talk about strength. Did you see how far Quan went? He actually hit her so hard that he went to the mat on that.
Quan missing the mark this time. Amira using her squirrely ways to get out of that. Oh my God, big kick right to the schnoz of Drake Quan. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, well,
Amira going
I'm sure
up
Quan
top.
couldn't say it either.
Going up top, high rent district for Amira. Takes him down with a crossbody. 1, 2, no. Not enough, but boy, the elevation, the hang time that she had coming down with that crossbody, Bulldog.
I was so close there. I swear it was like 2 7/8 on that one. She's still trying for the pickup, though.
Gonna go for it again. Still not enough.
She seems to be much more successful at her ground attack. That's what she's got to do here. Cannonballs, whatever else she's got to do with the forearms and everything else. She's got to do the ground attack. Trying to pick up the sky is just not going to happen.
Her speed is going to be her greatest ally in this contest here. A match where she thought she was wrestling Jonas Albert Robinson, who I'm looking for him. I don't know where he is at this point, but you can't count him short.
Nope.
He's a tall man. He's kind of hard to miss. Going off the ropes, but Amira catches him with a big clothesline. There's Jonas. He was hiding behind the ring post. How did I miss
That's
him?
what I was talking about. Ground attack right there, and Amira was successful with that clothesline. Reverse, though.
Whoop. Picks her up, but Amira gets out of it, plants him face first. I believe that was a DDT counter.
It was, and Quan almost had her, and then she was able to skip her feet behind him.
Could be going for the kill here.
Beautiful. She finally gets him up and over.
German suplex. Knocks Quan onto his noggin, and now this could be Amira's best shot.
And Jonas is petrified at what's happening with Quan, his hand-picked person.
If he was sick before, I don't think he's going to like the outcome of this.
I wouldn't. Oh, what's this?
Now, wait a minute. Jonas up on the apron. What's he got in mind here? Oh, come on. If you're sick, you really shouldn't be moving around that much, Jonas.
Exactly.
Now he's just going to, wait a minute. Oh, God. The pink mist! He just sprayed the pink mist into Drake's face! 2!
It's over!
Oh!
It's over!
She got him!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, and
the
look at
winner
this.
of
Jonas
match
from behind.
is
Now wait a
Amira.
minute! Jonas Albert Robinson, you think he's sick? I think he's sick, all right, sick of the damn head. Look at her! Look at Amira fighting back! She avoided the Pepto mist, and now she's firing it back at Jonas.
I'm gonna
So-called
give it 2
Overlord.
on 1.
Wait a minute! And Drake Quan now, with a face full of that bismuth liquid, has got Amira in the chokehold, and she is fading fast, Bulldog. Oh my God!
Referee's already out of the ring. He's trying to put a stop to this, but there's nothing he can do. He's got to fight against 2 men now.
The referee, he's helpless now as the so-called Overlord.
Oh,
the
what's that?
Interim Commissioner
Disrespectful.
Jonas. We can tell you what, Amira has earned the right to be the guest referee for next week's POW Championship match. Caden Cassidy versus Funnybone. She wants to do it for the spirit of POW.
I'm making a note right now to the commission on this.
But what
thing
kind of shape is she going to be in?
with Jonas Albert Robinson? Unbelievable.
What kind of shape will she be in next week in that title match that she's going to, I hope she officiates.
She's gonna need help to get out of that ring. She just got attacked from all sides there.
I tell you what, mister, it seems that Amira can't catch a break these days. She was getting ready for a wrestling match with Jonas Albert Robinson, but the supposed Overlord called in sick this week and put Drake Quan, his hired assassin, in his place, catching Amira totally off guard. Then she was able to defeat Drake, but that not so fast because Jonas and the rest of the JARmy laid her out, and now her condition and the status of whether or not she'll even be there to be the guest referee in next week's championship match is completely up in the air. You seem to be enjoying this.
Yeah, it's playing the world's tiniest violin for the world's smallest, most strongest Amira. She claims to be the Tower of Power, but she found the hard way today where the true power lies, and that's with our grand Overlord of POW Pro Wrestling, my mon ami, my associate, Jonas Albert Robinson.
Oh, brother, we got to update the business cards again, calling him a grand overlord. Well, folks, that's happening next week. The big championship rematch as Funnybone challenging Caden Cassidy. This could be the shortest POW championship reign in history if the demigod of death has his way. But who's going to be the referee that week? Then we've got a titanic 8-man tag team match scheduled as well, as the Hess Clan and the JARmy take on the Fabulous Frères and Death Threat. It's all happening next week on YouTube and IWTV. For Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you right here next week for POW Pro Wrestling.